What is up, my dudes and dudettes? This is Byron, the multiple interests man here, aka Byron Hazlett, and tonight I'll be reviewing one of the all-time comedy classics from the 1990s, starring Adam Sandler, which is none other than Happy Gilmore. Now, the plot is where we get this guy named Happy Gilmore, portrayed by Adam Sandler, who loves playing hockey from when he was a kid and eventually became a hockey player. And during his childhood, his father dies and he moves in with his grandmother. And fast forward to the present day, Happy lives with his girlfriend, but often visits his grandmother, only to find out that her house would be getting repossessed because she did not pay her taxes in a decade. And due to this, she had no choice but to live in a nursing home, and has to deal with this weird caregiver named Hal-El, portrayed by Ben Stiller. And the only way for Happy to get his grandmother's house back, which costs $270,000 for them, is to become part of a professional golf tournament. And he joins the golf tournament because Happy tries it out after seeing the guys that are in the middle of getting rid of everything outside of his grandmother's house while playing some golf. And when Happy tries out golf, he realizes that his skills at golf are out of this world. However, when he joins the tournament tour and becomes famous due to his impressive skills, another guy that competes with him named Shooter, portrayed by Christopher McDonald, is not pleased about it, as if he becomes jealous of Happy's mesmerizing skills in golfing and because of his lack of etiquette. Despite the competition, Happy learns what it's like playing golf and how to play professionally, which includes behavior compared to how he used to play hockey, with the help of a pro golfer named Chubbs, portrayed by the late Carl Weathers, may he rest in peace since he died recently, who got his hand bitten off by a one-eyed alligator. And throughout the movie, Happy competes with Shooter and throws a bunch of ridiculous meltdowns. And eventually, spoiler alert, he ends up winning the final tournament and he gets his grandmother's house back. So yeah, that's just basically the plot of it. Okay, so I would like to cover everything. When I first heard of Happy Gilmore, I thought it was just some random movie that would be like someone being happy all the time. Though I do remember this very well, but since I was little, my parents have had the movie on DVD. And I remember looking very closely and carefully to the spine because of this one small picture of Adam Sandler holding a golf ball in his mouth. But like, I didn't know what that movie was called, but I knew it was mainly for adults. And believe it or not, we still have it on DVD to this day. And yes, it is the original one that is basically a black case. After watching the film and knowing how popular it is, I thought this movie was flat out hilarious, and I could see why it is an adult 90s classic. It is so good, and I thought Adam Sandler did a splendid job, on this when he played his character in the film. Even the writing he did as well. The storyline was well done, and I know that because if you watch the movie, you could tell that it has a story and how original it really is. But hey, you can't forget about the scenes that have effects them, like when Universal puts the slow motion scenes of Happy hitting the golf ball real hard, where it flies so high and through the golf course. And the way they make us nerve-wracking were very outstanding because of how great that those slow motions were. And even the music in the film is fantastic. In fact, the music scores in the film were actually done by one of the Devo band members, Mark Mothersbaugh. Shout out to him. While the acting was good and all, it gained more attention when it won an MTV Movie Award for the best fight scene ever, where Happy Gilmore and the late Bob Barker fight after dealing with some dick giving Happy a hard time while trying to golf in one of the tournaments. Yeah, that scene was actually kind of epic, and I could definitely see why it ended up being awarded for that. And may Bob Barker rest in peace. So overall, I don't have a lot more to say, but looking back, this is now one of my favorite 90s movies of all time. The way it turned out to be a commercial success just literally shows how great it is. Even how it compares to another movie that focuses on sports and comedy, Better Off Dead, but with skiing and other real-life struggles that the main character goes through. I must say, I am impressed with how cool and funny Happy Gilmore was, and I highly recommend it to anyone who hasn't seen it. It is an adult movie that you will never forget, and trust me, you will enjoy it as much as I did. If not, well, I cannot change the way you think of it. But to me, this is by far one of the best Adam Sandler movies I had ever seen in my life. I still haven't seen as much Adam Sandler movies, but I might check out the Grown Ups movies, which they do look somewhat interesting, and possibly Sandler's other movies like Coneheads, The Longest Yard, Billy Madison, Click, and Zookeeper as well. Jack and Jill, though, it looks so ridiculous, so that's definitely a hard pass. I have also seen Bedtime Stories when I was a kid, but I haven't seen it in such a long time, and I might have to rewatch it. And again, when it comes to Happy Gilmore, this is something that adults could enjoy watching even golfers. So yeah, guys, that is my review on Happy Gilmore. Thank you guys so much for watching another episode of Byron's Bios. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next episode of the series, and also in the next video. Until then, this is me, Byron, signing off. Double peace.